Hi everyone, this one is covering Module 14. We're getting close to the end of the semester. Module 14 is turning in your visual analysis essay, which is the last major essay in the class. I do know that I am very far behind in grading, and there are a couple reasons for that I will be posting in an announcement, but everything should get graded by the end of the semester. So I know that you guys have been very patient with me, and I do appreciate that. So this is Module 14 is just turning in that visual analysis essay. It's worth fewer points than some of our other essays just because it is a shorter essay and it is intended to be a little bit more simple, definitely intended to be a lot more simple than the research essay that you just completed. So it's a nice ending to the class where there's not as much pressure on you. You're not using extensive sources. You're not using any extra sources other than your interpretation of the visual. And so hopefully some students actually like this essay the best just because it gives them a chance to do something a little bit different and really focus on something very specific. So a couple of things in here. I've got the criteria over the essay linked in here again. Keep in mind that you can do any visual, but again, since this is not a research essay, you are not looking for other people's opinions on the visual. It is very important that you're not going to look for things that have already been analyzed. I don't care what other people think of it. I only care what you think of it. And so you're not going to be using sources for this one. It's mainly your opinion, which means that you can't necessarily have a wrong opinion unless you're reading something into the visual that's just clearly not there. And then of course, make sure that you are discussing, along with the design elements and compositional features and things like that, make sure that you're looking at the rhetorical appeals. I do want you to mention, use the word ethos, logos, or pathos, whichever one you feel is strongest. Sometimes students cover all three, sometimes they just cover one. And then name the specific audience as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. And you also need to turn in the visual with it. I cannot grade the essay without the visual. And so that is a part of your grade, is making sure that I can see what you were looking for or looking at. I have works cited entries for visuals here. These are from your textbook. And I've got there are more examples in there. If you ever have a question about how the works cited entry will work, you can always send it to me and or send me a link to it, and I can tell you whether or not you're doing it correctly. But I picked just a couple of the ones most students do, an advertisement of some kind or a work of art, because still images tend to be the easiest for this assignment because you don't have to factor in things that a video would have, like transitions and lighting and music and stuff like that. So it makes it a little bit easier to focus your analysis if you are picking something that's like just a still image. So an advertisement for something that's trying to get you to buy something or donate somewhere or whatever, or artwork also works as well. And then, of course, we have the spot to turn the essay in. Again, we have the essay rubric that you're welcome to take a look at and kind of make sure that you are looking to see where your essay might fall. A couple of things to remember: that works cited page, sometimes students don't get that on there, and a copy of the visual. That's 15 points of your grade. So make sure that you get both of those things with your essay. Otherwise, this is like I said, this is the last of our major essays. After this point, all we're doing is revision and reflection of the class. And so the hard part of the class is over. As usual, if you have any questions for me, be sure to send me an email. Otherwise, have a great week.